We're here in the Twilight Parking Lot, Mount Hood National Forest, Oregon. I'm going to show you the snow on these buses. Looks like they got Snowmageddon in here. Pretty amazing. And we're going to do the Clark Creek and Newton Creek Trail. Only car in the parking lot. We're going this way. Hopefully we can find the trail and go visit the creeks. We're here at Elk Meadows Trailhead here in Mount Hood National Forest. Doing a little bit of a snowshoe today. Pan over and show you this gorgeous zone. It's a little bit of a snowshoe hiking hack. We're doing 2.2 miles by 100-foot elevation gain. We're going to Clark Creek and Newton Creek. Let's go get our snowshoe on. It meanders through this old growth Mount Hood National Forest. I will advise there are a series of Nordic crossings. You can see with the yellow signs giving you a caution. I would recommend stepping over their grooves so you don't mess up their fine work. We're about halfway to Clark Creek. So we've come to a fork in the trail. You'll want to turn right towards the blue diamonds and the green marker. There's the other direction. Don't go to the left. If you're going to Clark Creek and Newton Creek, as we are, continue straight through the beautiful old growth forest. Just to give you an idea how high we are, here's our trail sign. We're on several feet of snow standing above it, looking down on it. We're going to keep going this way to Clark Creek and entering Mount Hood Wilderness. Let's keep going. Here's our trail perspective as I snowshoe with my trekking poles in hand. Very well rooted and grooved trail at this point in the year, mid-January 2025. I deployed my snowshoes in my trekking poles because at the beginning of the trail it was pretty thick and I assumed this was snowshoes required, but now that I'm on the main trail and it's so well rutted, I would actually argue you could probably get away with YakTrax. Kind of glide across this like a panther in your YakTrax. Probably a hiking hack if you use the Forest Road Nordic Trail, but make sure you avoid the grooves so you don't mess up their handiwork. You'd probably get onto this trail in YakTrax going down the forest road if you avoid the trailhead. Trailhead section was pretty thick, so that definitely required snowshoes, but you skip those first few sections, go down the forest road, then hang a right and get on the trail into this groove section when you're YakTrax. You could probably do this entire hike in your YakTrax, not even have to deploy snowshoes. So now that I've done this once, this is my first time here in winter, going to Clark Creek and Newton Creek, 2.2 miles, 150-foot elevation gain. Now I know that this is actually a very YakTraxable hike once you get to this well-defined groove. And we are approaching Clark Creek shortly, and then we have the bridge. We can overlook Clark Creek surrounded by snow. This is a little bit of a forest hack. Let me look at the beautiful Mount Hood. We are approaching the Clark Creek zone, a raging, roaring creek, and a bridge with an overlook. Particularly amped up the beauty with all this white powdery winter wonderland snow in the area. It's a bit of a road not taken. I mean, you can tell with the groove that somebody's been here, but this isn't the main traffic pattern, so it's a bit off the beaten path. A bit of a snowshoe hack in Mount Hood National Forest. Not a lot of people know about it or doing it. There's our bridge straight ahead, overlooking beautiful Clark Creek. And I can tell you from having been here in summer, over here on the left is a shoreline access point. I don't know how close we want to get in winter, but we are definitely at the precipice of the Mount Hood Wilderness threshold. And we got a bridge, we have a shoreline. Let's go check it out. Look at the incredible beauty of Clark Creek. We are here snowshoeing Mount Hood National Forest, entering the threshold of Mount Hood Wilderness. We have a snowy Clark Creek and this beautiful bridge crosses us officially into the threshold of Mount Hood Wilderness. You can see the sign over there on that tree, and that takes us on to Newton Creek. This is a very beautiful area to explore here in winter. I think this is a bit of a snowshoe hiking hack. I think a lot of people are aware of this. You can tell some people have done it because there's some grooving on the trail, but I think this is a off the beaten path, road not taken snowshoe here in Mount Hood National Forest. Elk Meadows Trailhead to Clark Creek to Newton Creek. It's about 2.2 miles, 150-foot elevation gain. Pretty gorgeous winter wonderland zone through an old growth forest. And really, we're the only ones on the trail, so not a lot of foot traffic. pan back up and capture the beauty of Clark Creek. This, my friend, is absolutely beautiful. As we stand on the shoreline of Clark Creek, we look at the bridge that takes us into Mount Hood Wilderness to Newton Creek. Let's go cross this beautiful bridge. It's a bit snow-filled. Oh, that is gorgeous. Here's our trails. We hike back to Elk Meadows Trailhead from Clark Creek. Something about that sun on that glistening white powdery snow. Absolutely beautiful.